Hi everyone, welcome to PNC Classic Movie Reviews. Our movie for today is
The Sting. The Sting takes place in a 1936 setting. The movie itself was made in 1973. It won 7 Academy Awards, which is a lot. And it's based on a true story of the brothers Fred and Charles Gondorff and their crimes.
It has
High quality acting. Everyone is great in this movie. There are no bad actors. Everyone does a fantastic job. But we especially like Paul Newman, who is one of the stars, along with Robert Redford. Paul Newman does just a fantastic job in this movie. Great acting.
This is one of my favorite elements of a really great movie personally, is that not just the main actors are really good, but really everyone.
Yeah.
And then the main actors are superb. Another thing we love about this movie is
stylish costumes. The costumes for this movie were designed by Edith Head, who is a very, very famous costume designer. She won an Academy Award for the costumes in this film, as well as many others. And the costumes themselves serve the movie to set up the period, make it really feel like it's from the 1930s. And it did a great job.
Yeah, it really has an authenticity about it that makes it seem believable. Even though I actually think there are some little aspects of the story, I think this often happens where you think, I don't believe that part of the story, but the costumes help. And speaking of authenticity and period, this movie also has
great music. The theme of this movie is the entertainer. It's played a lot in the movie. And it really helps to give you that 30s feel, even though ragtime music is actually from like the 1910s. But the entertainer and the other uses of ragtime throughout the movie really give it that old-timey feel that just, again, makes it a great movie.
Yeah, and I think the specific songs that are used in specific passages also convey emotion as well, whether it's more upbeat or more melancholy, more suspenseful. We even noticed in this time of watching this movie, this is, I don't know how many times we've watched it, there was one scene where there was also no music.
Oh, yeah.
That was meant to add suspense.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting as well, but mostly there's this music throughout.
Yeah.
And another awesome aspect of this movie is
the story. The story uses 6 title cards, which we think is unique. Not a lot of films do this anymore, since it's more something that was done in silent films or older films. The story cards are designed to look like a newspaper, and the first 2 are the setup and the hook. Gives you that really old-timey feel. It's really interesting. But the story itself is clever, it's complex, there's a lot of twists and turns and subplots, different things going on in different scenes for this movie, which makes it really interesting.
Yeah, I really love that part of it because you're really paying attention to follow what's going on, and it's just adds to its cleverness.
Yeah.
So the other thing that is cool about this aspect of the story is that it really has everything. Just like we talked about this with Casablanca, our last review, it has all these different elements. It has drama, suspense, crime, romance, comedy, history.
I mean, it is a movie about criminals.
Right. And it has a lot of surprises and twists and turns to keep you engaged. So, super awesome. Another wonderful thing is
excellent character development. All the characters are really developed with a lot of detail that propels the plot along. They establish the good guys who are the main characters, Newman and Redford's character. Even though they're definitely imperfect people, you still get the feel that they're good guys, versus Robert Shaw's character, Doyle Lonnegan, is this egotistical, extremely vindictive bad guy. You don't like him at all, and they do a really great job of contrasting that.
Yeah, and as a little subplot within that too, they also have this little play off of the two main characters of Robert Redford and Paul Newman, because Robert Redford's character of Hooker is this young, impulsive, brash guy, but you still really like him. Yeah. You know, he's cute and he has personality. Then you also have that's how I perceive it. You have the character of Gondorf, played by Paul Newman, who is this veteran con man, and he's thoughtful and careful in how he goes about things, and I think he has more of like the handsome guy kind of image.
Right.
You guys can comment and say what you
You
think
girls
about
can
that.
comment.
Yeah, that's just my Midwest expression. You folks. Yeah, so we thought this part was really done very well. We particularly noticed it the last time we saw it, which is, who knows, the 5th time or something?
Oh, wow. I didn't realize this that
How many times do you think we've seen this?
A lot.
A lot, right. So, okay.
Something
Here
we
we
can
go.
watch a lot is the poker scene. This is probably one of the best poker scenes in movies ever. It's one of the subplots. It's the first time you actually see Doyle Lonnegan, the bad guy, and basically they use everything they've established about the characters to set up this scene. And you know going into it that both Paul Newman's character and the bad guy's character are going to cheat. Really suspenseful.
Yeah, so it's just fun to see how it unfolds, how they each go about it. Like they totally let you know this going into the scene. But they're totally different characters, so how are they gonna do this whole part of the movie? And yeah, we can rewatch this particular scene over and over, and not only enjoy it, but discover new little elements in it that are very clever. So, gotta love this part.
Poker!
And like, we're not poker fans, it's just that this scene is so great. So, the last element we want to point out that we love about this story is
The ending. The ending is very unpredictable. You must watch it yourself. No getting around it.
When I saw this movie the first time, I could not possibly guess what was going to happen. But again, as in with some of the other parts of the movie, even when I know what's going to happen, I still love watching this part of the movie. It's really well done. So that's why we love this movie. And if you have seen this movie, rewatch it and you'll love it. If you have not seen this movie, definitely give it a try. So thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next time. Bye.